Welcome to the Valve Bounce. This one is a bit of an emergency pod, Damo. Who's gone? Adrian Newey!
Oh my
You're
God.
gone!
I mean, the rumours were there.
Yep.
It sort of felt like maybe there was something, and like just bombshell dropped.
He's gone.
He's gone.
He's gone. Well, not completely. He's still in the team. I'll just put that in there.
Still alive.
He's still alive.
Yeah.
It's fine. He hasn't died. It's okay. No, he's reported. Oh, not reported. He is reported.
Officially.
He's officially departed Red Bull Racing. He will finish up at the start of 2025. And basically from now on, he'll be working on RB17, which is the road car.
The hypercar, apparently.
Hypercar.
Yeah. I mean, what a legend! Part of basically 13 world championships,
Yep.
7 drivers, and then obviously 6 constructors.
Yep.
So everybody knows that he's just an absolutely brilliant designer.
Oh,
and he's
legendary.
got books out there about it, so
Yep.
you know he can pass on. Still, traditionally, I think maybe not the only, but the only one that's ever advertised is still utilising the old hand drawn design.
Pads.
Whatever it is, the big drawing board.
The old drawing board, yeah.
And you know, like just an absolute legend of the sport. That is a pretty big surprise. He's decided to hang up the boots.
Huge surprise, but obviously not as surprising as we thought, because definitely on the lead up, there was a lot of talk about it with the Horner and everything else. Hornygate. Clearly it's taken a toll on Adrian.
Yeah.
Not in that way.
No, he's probably more like me, where it's like I'm getting too old for this shit.
Quite literally. So I think he's just decided, you know what, this is getting a little bit too political, a little bit too painful, and I know what that's like at the moment. So congratulations, Adrian, on a sterling career.
Yeah, amazing.
It's amazing. Whether you retire or whether you go elsewhere is still to be confirmed, but on that note, Damo, do you think you'll land somewhere else? And if so, where?
Well, interesting.
Get the crystal ball.
Yeah, there was no mention about gardening leave.
No.
I think the words that he used, he said, you know, that like it's for the time being or something along those lines, just to paraphrase what he mentioned. But so definitely hasn't closed the door and said, I'm done, I'm retiring, I'm going on the boat that I ordered 12 months ago. But yeah, I mean, it's very likely that he could pop up after a bit of gardening leave and this hypercar completes. You know, maybe Ferrari.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want to see that?
I'm going on Ferrari. And look, you know, this is a step in the dark. This isn't any inside information. But quite literally, he said he always wanted to work with Lewis Hamilton. He said he always wanted to work at Ferrari.
Or boom! I mean, whoever thought that Lewis would be at Ferrari?
I know.
And as soon as that happened, I bet his brain started going, "Oh, this is actually a bit easier than I thought."
I can't deal with this shit anymore. This year's been absolutely frantic off the track. Track's been fine. There's nothing going on really. Max wins. Move on.
It's still dominant car. Still going. Yeah, I'm loving this. This is too easy.
That's it.
Yep.
But that brings us on to Max, because we know that Max has clauses in his contract, and one might be that if Adrian leaves, I can leave.
Well, it was never really clear. They sort of hinted at that it was Max tied to
Helmet
Marko. Thank you. And so that is something that is really. It's strange that popped up, but then during that particular piece, that when that was going around, there was ties to other people in the team.
Yeah.
Notably, I don't think it was ever Horner that was in that conversation.
No.
And Newey was the suspect for that. So, I mean, this could start, you know, to go on to the next rumour that apparently Mercedes and Max are going to have a conversation. It's actually what do they call it? Race Week or something. You know, they're in Miami, and apparently the conversation is going to be had. So
yeah, look, there was. I sent through earlier this week. I saw something pop up on X, formerly Twitter. I still call it Twitter. Screw you, Elon. But yeah, I saw something pop up there, and look, it is a rumor, but basically that Mercedes and Max are having discussions, and that quite possibly after the Miami Grand Prix, there might be an announcement. So if that's the case, and the fact that this has occurred now, oh, it almost makes me think it's real.
Now with Newey going, it definitely feels like that is more likely a possibility than not. And then what's the flow-on effect from that?
Science would surely take that spot. Like if you were Red Bull, right, and Max turns around to you and says, "You know what, I'm signing with Mercedes," you literally have to take Science. And before you come at me about Ricardo, okay, yes, I'd love to see Ricardo in that spot, but I just don't see it happening. He would take Checo's if that was the case.
Yeah.
But I do think Science is just a little bit faster at the moment than what Daniel is.
Yeah, as much as it's, you know, talking with the brain and not the heart.
Yeah.
You know, it is true. I don't think Daniel's quite got the edge that he used to.
No.
It looks like at moments and at times, like he got the new chassis, and whether there was something wrong that they couldn't find, but he got the new chassis, performed better, kind of got taken out, but you know.
Yeah, he's had a couple of takeouts.
You love that. But yeah, like it'd be unlikely they would do a Danny Rick, and it would just mean that Science is the logical next step, right?
Yeah.
And Hulkenberg signing already to Audi / Stake.
Before can we just, and this isn't part of the show because I'm going to talk about Hulk. I'd forgotten about Hulk, to be honest.
Gotcha.
But
rant.
What the are Audi thinking? Other than he's German, that's a stupid move.
He just got blue bus, mate. Look, I agree. I don't know why. Now, clearly there was some ties, the whole German thing and the whole Seidel and him have some sort of relationship, but I just don't understand. Unless you've got a signing for an absolute Science that has already signed there, then you'd say, okay, maybe you need someone that can just kind of help development of the car and potter along. But I would have thought you'd be in far better position. Like pretty much all the drivers are up, right? So there is a massive opportunity to sign some really good talent.
Yeah.
So why would you go with Hulk?
Look, I love Hulk, don't get me wrong, but the guy hasn't even had a podium.
Yeah, and he's past his prime.
Yeah.
And
He has some good. He does fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But let's not forget that he got hosed by Daniel Ricciardo at Renault. He's come back after having that sabbatical of being hosed. And yes, he's beaten K-Mag, but that's not really much of a feat at this point.
No.
So, well, look, K-Mag's still a good driver. Don't come at me in the comments, Jesus.
Come at him.
but literally, like, again, I feel like K-Mag's just cruising a bit. He's going back into that cruise mode where he doesn't really push.
It just
to
seems to have lost that real driving edge of going out there and giving it everything.
So and Hulk is driving much better than him. That's fine. But I just don't understand the move to Audi. I would have thought, and I know Bottas is pretty relaxed, but maybe he's become too relaxed for an Audi image. Maybe that's why they've decided to go this way.
Well, I guess the question that we don't know is Hulk is taking over whose or which seat.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Right, because Bottas has been absolutely caking it. He's creamed all over Zhao. So, just to put that phrase in your little visuals. But then it's such a big ticket for the Chinese market.
Yeah.
You know, is it the marketing or is it the success that you're actually after?
Yeah, look, I think Zoe's got his one race at home now. And I think they've gone, we've ticked your box. Goodbye.
That's pretty harsh.
Might be, but he hasn't performed very well this year.
No.
So, and look, the team's been bad. The
team's been bad.
The car's actually all right, but the pit stops are just horrendous. So I don't know what's going on there, but they need to rectify that. But yeah, I don't know, man. I just don't understand that signing. If it was me, I would be looking for anyone else. I'd even probably sign Gasly over Hulk, to be perfectly fair, and I'm sure Gasly's looking for an out. I would be.
I would be too, the way he gets treated. But yeah, the doors are opening kind of everywhere.
They are.
And potentially, who would have thought that you could put on your bingo card that Adrian Newey leaving might open more doors
for everyone else.
And look, everything might just fall flat.
Yeah.
Adrian leaves, Max stays.
Yeah.
Science still has to try and decide, do I want less money with a championship winning team?
Yep.
Or do I want to take the big cash from Audi?
From Audi. Yep. So, if he does, I think if Max stays, he's at Audi.
Yeah.
He'll want to be on the grid too much, as much as it would suck, because he does deserve that top drive.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that probably covers everything from F1 land for a brief. We've got the Miami GP this weekend.
We do.
Which will be chaos and
terrible for us in terms of timing. I actually
it's like 1 a.m. for a practice session.
Yeah, and it goes well into the night, so yay being in Australia. But, yeah, massive news, and just thought it was worthwhile sharing because it is going to be potentially the domino. Yeah,
it will be. And hopefully we have a good race this weekend. All right, guys, thanks very much for tuning in. It's been a quick one. Have fun. Do all the things you want to do, like and subscribe. You do want to do it, right? Do it.
Come on, please.
Nah, all good. And we'll speak to you in the next one.
Cool. See ya.
Bye.